Hi everyone, this is Frankie.
Hello, this is Danny.
So today we're just going to clear up some of the words that we didn't figure out last time. In particular this rejoinder here. So remember that when Anna was talking about Anatole, and that's a youngest son, and she said that she did not like him, and she said this in a tone admitting no kind of like a reply. So the rejoinder. So kind of like think of join, right? Join means to join something. Rejoin means to it's kind of like a reply.
Yes.
So it doesn't allow kind of like a reply and raising her eyebrows. So I think all that she's saying is that she's not letting him kind of like say anything about that, her opinion about her younger child, right? Okay.
Okay, so last time we talked about, so the main idea is their topic change from the political topic to intimate conversation, right?
Okay, so let's continue on a little bit. Next page. Okay, and we also said that he's not necessarily a bad father, and so that's the paternity is about fatherhood. We already talked about that.
Yes.
And then pitied means like feel sorry for. So the people felt sorry for him when they were talking about his son.
Yes.
Right? Okay. The prince answered nothing, but she looked at him significantly, awaiting a reply. He frowned. Frown is kind of like give, kind of like I don't know, like this frown. Yeah.
Like
frown.
what?
So it's kind of like you furrow the brow like this, like this.
Okay.
Kind of like furrow the brow. That's
okay.
to frown. What would you have me do? That's a prince talking. What would you have me do? He said at last. You know I did all a father could for their education, and they have both turned out fools. Hippolyte is at least a quiet fool, but Anatole is an active one. That is the only difference between them, he said smiling in a way more natural and animated than usual, so that the wrinkles around his mouth were very clearly revealed, something unexpectedly coarse and unpleasant. So now we know the name of his two children. Can you go back one? So he has Hippolyte, maybe that's the name of one son. And the other one is a younger one, which is Anatole, and he's active.
Yes. So Anatole is an active one.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is a quiet fool.
Yeah, they're both fools.
They're both fools. Yeah. So quiet fool is better than active one.
Just means that he doesn't say any foolish stuff, so people won't criticize him.
But the active one, people will criticize
because
him.
Because people can know what he's saying, right? That's all.
So quiet fool is
just by himself. He doesn't say anybody. He maybe stupid, doesn't talk about it, right? That's the only difference between them. And he said this smiling in a way more natural and animated than usual. So that means normally he's very kind of no emotion, right? Normally. And normally he doesn't smile. Prince doesn't smile very much.
So this time he smiled.
So that the wrinkles around his mouth were very clearly revealed. Something unexpectedly coarse and unpleasant.
What does this mean?
So he's trying to smile. But the wrinkles, because they're old man, so the wrinkles around the corner, around his mouth, were very clearly revealed. Something unexpectedly coarse and unpleasant. So
yes. Some unexpectedly coarse and unpleasant. What do you mean?
Coarse means rough, right? That's all it means. That's all it means. It doesn't mean anything else. And why are the children...
so wait, you didn't explain. I don't understand.
Basically, he was trying to smile, right?
So the prince tried to smile.
Yes, but the wrinkles around his mouth showed instead of a smile, right? There was something coarse and unpleasant. He didn't feel very... Smiling is a pleasant thing, right?
Yeah. Why?
So he's saying that he's not really smiling, okay?
Oh, he's not really smiling.
He's trying to smile, but his smile reveals that he's not really something unpleasant. because he's talking about his sons.
But his is more natural smile and animated than usual. Right?
Yes, he's not, number one, he's not animated, right? He's not animated. He's not naturally smiling, right? Naturally, he does not smile.
Oh, more natural than
Yes.
usual.
Yeah, he doesn't smile, okay? Basically, that's what he's saying.
Doesn't smile.
He does not smile. The prince does not smile, okay?
Mm.
So, because he's smiling here, the way that he smiles shows that there's something coarse and unpleasant.
Oh, maybe 苦笑. Okay, continue.
And why are children born to such men as you? If you were not a father, there would be nothing I could reproach you with, said Anna Pavlovna, looking up pensively. It says basically, why are children born to men like you? So why do you have such children, right?
Why do you have such children?
If you were not a father, there were nothing I could reproach you. If I criticize you, reproach is kind of criticize you.
Reproach means
If you're not a father,
criticize,
there's
okay.
nothing I can say. But because you are a father, and because you have these two children, then she.
So I have something
yes.
to say. Looking up, what does this mean?
Thinking about something pensively.
Pensively?
I'm your faithful slave, and to you alone I can confess that my children are the bane of my life. Bane is kind of like something unpleasant or something kind of like an enemy of my life.
Enemy of my life.
It is the cross I have to bear. So this one is this is more like a Christian thing, right? Because when somebody carries a cross, it means like they're burdened.
Burden.
Yeah, that's how I explain it to myself. It can't be helped. So basically, he's saying, she said that basically, his prince is replying, I'm your faithful slave, and to you alone I confess that my children are the bane of my life. Right? So it's kind of like the bad things that happen in my life.
Yeah, confess means I can.
Remember we had admit before? Same. Admit, confess, say something about that I normally keep secret. That's confess.
Oh.
It is a cross I have to bear. That's how I explain it to myself. It can't be helped.
It can't be helped. It means
What cannot be helped?
What
Yes,
cannot be helped?
Yes, what cannot be helped? What they've been talking about?
There are two sons.
Yeah, the fact that he has two sons. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. He said no more, but expressed his resignation to cruel fate by a gesture, and Anna Pavlovna meditated. Okay, so basically he didn't say any more. That you understand.
Yeah.
He expressed his resignation. Resignation means like stop fighting, like you actually almost lose like a battle. That's what resignation.
Lose like a battle? Lose a battle.
Yes, it's almost like if you resign means that you don't want to. Suppose I'm playing game with you, but I say, okay, I lose now. I don't want to play anymore. That's resign. So he expressed his resignation means that he expressed that he has lost the battle to cruel fate. Cruel fate means cruel. Fate means destiny. So resignation to cruel fate means that okay, destiny did whatever happened to me was cruel.
Oh.
So I don't want to fight it anymore. It's just I say I admit defeat. Yes.
向命运低头. By a gesture.
Yeah, but I don't know. Gesture means that he must have.
He made,
I don't know. He made a gesture. Yeah, I don't know. Anna Pavlovna meditated means that she was thinking about it.
Anna Pavlovna meditated?
Yeah, so she was thinking. Remember, she was pensive. She was thinking.
She was thinking, but this is the prince do something, right? What is Anna thinking?
Because she wants to say something.
Oh.
Right.
After the prince.
So he feels he cannot do anything about it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Have you never thought of marrying your prodigal son, Anatole? So she says, why don't you just marry him? That's what he thought.
Oh,
they say old maids have a mania for matchmaking, and though I don't feel that weakness in myself as yet, I know a little person who is very unhappy with her father. She is a relation of yours, Prince Mary Bokonskaya, right? Bokonskaya. So basically she's saying that why don't you marry this, right? And then they say that old maids have a mania for old maids, like old women, let's say, have a mania, kind of like a craziness, mania, kind of like for matchmaking. Old women like to marry people. That's what he's saying.
红娘
Yeah. And though I don't feel that weakness in myself as yet, so she may be old, but she doesn't have that wanting to marry people. That's what she's saying. I don't feel that weakness. She calls this a weakness because you call a mania means kind of craziness to marry people. She doesn't have that weakness.
Means she willing to introduce people.
She does not normally introduce people.
But she don't think it's weakness.
No, it's not that she doesn't think it's weakness.
What does it mean?
She said that she doesn't have that weakness. She says some people have some weakness. Some old maids have a weakness. Weakness means what? What does weakness mean?
Weakness for what?
Yeah, what is weakness? I don't care about for what. What does weakness mean?
I know weakness means you did something not very is not good. You
No, it's
always
not.
cannot do this thing in a good way.
No, it's not. Weakness just means not. It's kind of like you have a kind of almost like you have a problem.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I mean.
No, it's not. That's not what you said. What
What?
did you say?
You cannot do this thing better.
It's not about doing something better. It's about it's kind of like I have a problem. It's not.
Yeah, just
It's
means
not
the
doing better.
problem.
No. People who have a weakness have a problem, kind of. Like for example, I like to eat candy, right? That is a weakness because whenever I give candy to me, then I want to eat it. That's a weakness. Right. Some people have a weakness for different things. It's not doing better. It's just that they have a problem. Okay, it's kind of like almost like a disease, a weakness.
弱点嘛，就是他没有办法克服，cannot战胜
So what
这个。
weakness are they talking about here?
I don't know.
The weakness of wanting to marry people.
Of wanting to marry people.
Okay, fine. You know, some old women want to marry other people. They want to say, "Oh, look, I'll help you find somebody." Some old people like to do that, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's called a weakness. She called it a weakness.
Okay.
Okay, because that's not normal. She says old women have those kind of weakness. She says, I don't have that weakness. She said, I don't have that weakness.
Means I don't.
She does not have that weakness.
She normally don't introduce.
No, she
the
doesn't do
people.
that. But she's introducing. So she's saying, I'm not like those old ladies. Okay, I'm just introducing this for your son. I know a little person who is very unhappy with her father. So she knows somebody who's unhappy with her father, and she's a relation of yours. She's a relative of the prince, and her name is Princess Mary Bokoskaya.
So Anna want to introduce the woman to Prince Sun, whose name is
Anatoly.
Mary blah blah blah.
No, that's a woman, Princess Mary Bokoskaya.
Yeah, this woman is the Anna want to introduce to Prince Sun, right?
Correct. The son's name is Anatoly.
Yes. So she's a relation of yours.
Yes, it's a relative, kind of, maybe.
Relative.
Yeah, so let's go. Prince Vasily did not reply, though with a quickness of memory and perception befitting a man of the world. He indicated by a movement of the head that he was considering this information. So Prince Vasily did not reply. So she offered somebody for her son, right? His son, right?
She offered somebody to his son,
yeah.
right?
Though with a quickness and memory and perception. So with a quickness of memory and perception. So basically talking about quickness of memory means she remembering something quickly. Perception means about seeing something quickly or understanding something quickly. Befitting means like fit, like you can fit a clothes, right?
Yeah.
Can you fit on? So befitting means it's fitting means I can fit something, right?
Yeah.
I can fit inside a clothes. Befitting means that this quality belongs to somebody, or fits somebody, a man of the world, right? Befitting a man of the world. So basically saying that he has this quickness and perception because he's a man of this world, right? He's kind of like knows these things. So he indicated by a movement of the head that he was considering this information. So kind of like maybe just nodding his head a little bit.
Indicated,
Show, right?
show by movement of the head that
he was considering this information.
Oh, okay.
Let's move on. Do you know, he said at last, evidently unable to check the sad current of his thoughts, that Anatole is costing me 40,000 rubles a year? And, he went on after a pause, what will it be in 5 years if he goes on like this? Presently he added, that's what we fathers have to put up with. Is this princess of yours rich? So he's saying, he has to pay a lot for Anatoly, right?
Yeah, he paid a lot for his son.
Right. So he pays 40,000 rubles, which is probably a lot of money. Ruble is kind of like dollars, right, for them. And then then he doesn't know what will be in 5 years. So right now he's paying 40,000 rubles.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna go even up more, right?
But he didn't tell the reason why he need to pay that much money for his son, right?
Because his son is not working or whatever. Maybe he's just living off his father's money.
Oh.
So he says in 5 years I don't know even if I can afford him anymore.
So that's why he marry a rich woman.
No, she's just saying, is this princess rich?
Yeah, so if the princess is rich and he will willing to.
No, it's not. It's just saying that if you want my son to marry this princess, she better be rich. That's all. But then he's not saying want. There's no want here.
You don't want?
He's not asking about want.
Yeah,
he basically
if he don't want, why he asked this question, right? He care about the princess.
Okay, look.
Is rich or not?
No, Anna asked him, "Do you wanna marry your son?" He says, "Look, my son spends a lot of money.
Yeah.
Can this woman actually afford him?" That's all he's saying.
Oh, can this woman actually afford him?
Yeah, that's all he's saying. He's not saying he's looking for somebody rich. He's just basically saying that my son spends a lot of money. Are you sure this woman can actually handle that money?
Yeah. For me, at least the woman should be very rich.
What does that have to do with you? This is about them. Nothing to do with you.
So if I were the prince, so after I read this paragraph, I will think first thing is this woman should be rich, and second and third.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't agree. I
don't agree?
I don't think that the prince is saying I want my son to marry off. He didn't say anything like that.
He didn't say, but he think about it.
No, he didn't. He didn't say anything about that. He's just saying that right now my son is already spending a lot of money. Do you think that this woman can, if you introduce this one, can this woman actually pay for this?
Yeah, if and I say, oh, this woman is poor.
Then there's no way. Forget
no way.
it.
Yeah, so at least the woman should be rich.
Yeah, but I'm saying the prince doesn't say that he wants him to marry.
Yes, he didn't say that.
Yeah. Her father is very rich and stingy. Stingy means like he doesn't want to, he's tight with his money. He doesn't,
小气，非常的小气。
He lives in the country. He's well-known Prince Bolkonsky, who had to retire from the army under late emperor and was nicknamed the King of Prussia. He is very clever but eccentric and a bore. The poor girl is very unhappy. She has a brother. I think you know him. Okay, so look 1 second. Let's finish this first. So her father's rich, right? But kind of stingy, right?
Kind of stingy, 小气。
He lives in the country, so he's not in the city.
Yeah.
He's well known. He is a well-known Prince Bolkonsky. That's a name, Prince Bolkonsky. Okay, who had to retire from the army. So he used to be a work in the army under the late emperor, the previous emperor who died already. And
the late emperor is the latest.
The previous.
What previous mean?
Well, there is a current emperor.
A current emperor.
The late emperor is a previous one.
Oh, previous. 以前的。
And was nicknamed the King of Prussia. So I don't know who was named the King of Prussia.
Yeah, who was nicknamed?
Maybe Prince Bolkonsky was named King of Prussia. I'm not sure. He's very clever. So clever, Eccentric means
what does eccentric mean?
Little bit unusual, not like normal.
Unusual, not normal people.
Yeah. And a bore.
Bore.
Yes, he's kind of boring.
Boring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she thinks he's kind of boring. The poor girl is very unhappy. So
yes, the girl wants to...
Mary is very unhappy. She has a brother. I think you know him. He married Lise Mayman lately. he's an aide-de-camp of Kurozov's and will be here tonight. So she has a brother who got married, and this brother is aide. He helps. He's actually in the army. Okay, so
In the army?
Yeah, he's the army. The brother.
Brother in the army.
Yeah, and he works for this Kurozov.
Oh, okay.
And will be here tonight. So actually, you'll meet that.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, dear Annette, said the prince, suddenly taking Anna Pavlovna's hand and for some reason drawing it downwards. Arrange that affair for me, and I shall always be your most devoted slave, Slav, with an F, as a village elder of mine writes in his reports. She is rich and of good family, and that's all I want. Okay, so now we know that he feels like maybe this is a good opportunity because this woman is rich. Or at least her.
So see,
Yes.
what I
Well,
want
now we
is
know.
rich.
Yes.
So
now we know.
My guessing is correct.
Well, we didn't know then, but now he says that if you do that, if you help me, whatever, if you help arrange that affair, means that affair for his son, yes, then I shall be the most devoted slave. You'll be even a more devoted slave with an F.
Truly.
And a village elder of mine, whatever, it doesn't matter, as in the report. So she's rich and of good family, and that's all I want. That's it. Okay?
So what this mean?
What?
So Anna's hand, and for some reason drawing it downwards. What she do?
Well, basically he went to her, right?
She went to.
He went to Anna, took her hands.
Took Anna's hand.
Yeah.
And for some reason.
Drawing downwards, so it's like kind of like holding two hands and drawing downwards, like says this is very important for him, right?
Okay. Just
arrange this for me, and you'll always be very glad.
I will always be your
slave.
Okay, so
something happened big here. So Anna introduced said something bad about the two sons, one son at least, and then the prince said something about it's cannot help. This is what the God gave me, whatever, because I have these two sons.
Yeah, and Anna tried to help.
Yeah, so Anna's trying to help by finding somebody for his son to marry.
Yeah. And then this woman is rich and of good family. That's all the prince want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, see you guys.
See you.